second idea that we introduced and we're kind of interested in is this notion of scrapping the survey and shifting more to a conversation with the user. If we think about traditional survey construction, hopefully everyone will be ticking this column at the end of this session. But this is what we would do, right? We'd have a 5-point scale, we have some statements, we do some randomization here. But what this whole data structure format is optimized for getting clean data into the system that is easy to analyze. It is not optimized for getting like interesting, nuanced shades of gray answers that fall between the cracks of these different variables that are put through, right? I think what's happened over the past 10 years, gradually as machine learning capability has become more and more refined, was we've moved from a world where everything had to fit into a pre-described list to a world where you could actually have open text answers at scale, and you could generate insight off the back of that. So we do that today. Our bread and butter in terms of how do we build a demand space is process a lot of open text. I think what's novel and interesting about this next stage is that you make the conversation a discussion, right? And you can get into more detail, and you can have a bot that has a bit more intuition, that can act a little bit more like an ethnographer would doing a one-to-one interview, and can delve a little bit deeper. And I think anyone who's ever done perhaps a traditional U&A survey, where it's 25 minutes of dealing with matrices and occasional open text, right? That's a hard proposition for a respondent to sustain engagement. It tails off as you go through. I think what we found that's interesting when we've tested this experience with our bees is that they see it as a significant improvement on even an open text survey, which is probably 80% of what we do today. They like the interactiveness. They like the idea that it feels like having a conversation with a real person.